Our story begins with the blonde girl thanking typical-looking protagonist red-headed boy. The red-headed boy replied, "It was no problem. Anyone could have done the same." The blonde girl then offered the boy if he would like to come over and eat ramen. The red-headed boy refused her offer as he believes that eating at night is not good for your body. Now, the reaction of the blonde girl and red-hair boy scene was unbelievable from the reader, telling the protagonist from the one he is reading that he can't be serious and there is something wrong with the main character. Here, we see Na Kang Lim, a second-year high school student, reading the comic, telling the character from the comic he is reading is to do it moderation and that he is frustrated, saying that these kinds of guys in webtoons are betas. He then scrolled and looked through the comments of the comic, seeing that there is a lot of criticism of the main character, and the fans of Yu Da Hee K of the blonde girl was wrecked in that scene. Na Kang Lim reacted that he would never have turned down that offer if he was in the red hair protagonist's shoes, and he would already think ahead on dating and marriage. Suddenly, Na Kang Lim's littler sister, named Na Min Jian, a first-year high school student, walks in on Na Kang Lim ranting, telling his brother to shut up and that she can hear him from her room. She is embarrassed by his brother and asks him why he keeps acting like that. Na Kang Lim apologized but got cut off mid-sentence. Na Kang Lim then laid down thinking how he is going to wait until next week due to insufficient cookies, frustrated to reinstall and make a new account. As he was scrolling to the comments again, he saw a reply from one of his comments telling him that he should become the protagonist instead. If only he could be the protagonist, and if he had the looks for it. Staring at the mirror, Kang Lim thinks that he has the chance for the part, and could probably fight if he tried. Back to the school, a friend and classmate of Na Kang Lim named Shin Yong-soo. Na Kang Lim asked why is he in a good mood. Shin Yong-soo replied that he finally got his servant to platinum in a ranked game, and pulled a 3-star witch goddess from a gacha. Kang Lim replies to him that he is a free-to-play, and that he can't believe he pulled a rare 3-star from a free ticket. Na Kang Lim then asked if he has read the latest chapter yesterday. Shin asked which comic he was talking about. Kang Lim was talking about ESW, short for Escape the Sixth Wife. Shin thinks that the title is interesting and didn't think there was a famous series that he didn't know. Kang Lim was confused if he is acting like he doesn't know, just because Da Hee was the lead yesterday, and that Shin's beloved Yi Rim wasn't in the comic after 2 months. Shin is confused and also tells Kang Lim what he was talking about, but immediately pays attention to his phone getting notified that there is an evil dark church invading him. Kang Lim is still confused why Shin doesn't know about ESW, and he would shove it in his face to remember it. As he scrolled, the comic wasn't there. They thought that a chapter was taken down, and was it because people were enraged at the comments, stating that it was too much just from being criticized. The teacher then told the class to be quiet, as she was announcing that there is a transfer student, and she would introduce herself before starting the class. A blonde girl walks in and introduces herself as the name Yu Da Hee. With an English father, that's why she transferred overseas. She attended elementary school in Korea. That's why she is fluent in speaking Korean. The class was in awe because she was beautiful. Na Kang Lim interjected to express disbelief as he saw Yu Da Hee, a character in the webtoon he was reading recently. Yu Da Hee cheerfully introduced herself as the class was mesmerized by her. The teacher told the class to be quiet and reminded them that it's still the beginning of the semester and hopefully try to get along with Yu Da Hee. This was quickly interrupted by Na Kang Lim shouting her name in disbelief. Everyone was confused why he did that. Even his friend asked him what's wrong. Do you know her? He quickly realizes that Yu Da Hee is the heroine in a webtoon he was recently reading. He also knows all her information, including her blood type, hobbies, and more. He asks her how she got in this place, thinking for a second if it's a hidden camera prank or a cosplay for something, but it does not make sense to him. The teacher asks Yu Da Hee if she knows Na Kang Lim. She disagreed and replied that she hadn't met him before. During lunchtime, Shin Yong-soo asks Na Kang Lim if he wants to eat lunch in a fancy way. Na Kang Lim refuses as he is still puzzled by what is happening. He gathered his thoughts. Number 1. The heroine in ESW came to life, even if she was a look-alike from the webtoon. Number 2. The webtoon he was reading yesterday suddenly disappeared for no reason. Even searching wouldn't help. Number 3. He is the only one that knows what is currently happening. Na Kang Lim thought to himself if he was still dreaming or just crazy. He will try to ask Yu Da-hee about the situation to clear the unreal events that are currently happening. While looking at Yu Da-hee, he thought to himself that she is really attractive, and she is almost on par with the beauty of a celebrity. Yu Da-hee suddenly saw Na Kang Lim looking at her. Na Kang Lim was shocked. She comes near him, and Na Kang Lim suddenly gets nervous as she is coming closer towards her. Yu Da-hee asks Na Kang Lim if they have met before. Na Kang Lim denied what she said. Yu Da-hee laughs it off. Na Kang Lim is nervous talking to Yu Da-hee, since he hasn't talked with the girl in a long time. Yu Da-hee explained that she was wondering about the situation earlier, and that she can't remember people from the past. Na Kang Lim accidentally let it slip about the time she met Seo Yoon Young, and that she even prepared something because she liked white chocolate. Na Kang Lim knew this since he reread the webtoons multiple times before. Yu Da-hee was shocked, and Na Kang Lim at the same time realizes that saying it was a mistake. She asks Na Kang Lim how did he know the fact that she liked white chocolate, and knows her friend Seo Yoon Young. Na Kang Lim calls himself weird and a dumbass for doing that. Apparently Seo Yoon Young is Yu Da-hee's childhood friend. They reunited in England. Na Kang Lim suddenly refutes that he was just talking to himself, and that he was thinking of something else with an alibi that he's the one who likes white chocolate. The girls around the classroom are annoyed by Na Kang Lim calling him weird, and asking why he is talking so much. Yu Da-hee begins to question Na Kang Lim, which was suddenly interrupted by this person, calling out her name and asking her if she has been to the store yet. He introduces himself as Kang Ho Chun, and his friend Lee Ji-hoon, requesting Yu Da-hee to also come with them if they're headed in the same direction. Yu Da-hee agrees, with Kang Ho Chun glaring at our MC. Na Kang Lim was kinda excited talking to Yu Da-hee, since he knows all the things she likes and dislikes. With the sudden turn of saying that life is depressing, transitioning to his home, Na Kang Lim wrote a concerned message online, asking how is it possible that the webtoon he was reading became alive and transferred to his school, and no one knows about the webtoon but him. Na Kang Lim scrolled through the replies, and as expected, no one believed him, and saying he was delusional. Even he himself wouldn't believe such a thing would happen. Na Kang Lim didn't have the chance to chat with her after lunch. He contemplated whether he was crazy or the world he lives in is. Na Kang Lim was called by his mother to ask him to buy some ketchup at the convenience store. He replied that he was already fine with just eggs. His sister wasn't fine without ketchup, so she asked if she could just go because he was already wasting his time playing games anyway. While his little sister was busy fangirling over band groups, Na Kang Lim, annoyed with his sister, calls her a very lovely word. Na Kang Lim goes to the convenience store to buy some ketchup requested by their mom. He is still thinking about the morning situation where Yu Da-hee was placed in the real world. Thinking about it more, he questions himself if the story carries over in the real world. He tries to remember the first chapter of the webtoon, but he can't since it was a long time ago. Suddenly, a loud bang can be heard from behind Na Kang Lim. Someone fell from a building and landed on a car. Witnesses are shocked, and Na Kang Lim remembers the details of the webtoon. It's a classic romantic with a male lead that saves 6 different heroines from danger, and Yu Da-hee's first trouble was the first stalker's arc. He quickly reminisces. During a rooftop fight with the stalker, the male lead saves Yu Da-hee from danger, and the two saw each other. But unlike the webtoon, there is no male lead transported from the webtoon to real life. Seeing Yu Da-hee's lifeless body in a car, Na Kang Lim was repulsed. Witnesses began to call an emergency to make an attempt in saving her. He despairs that this wasn't supposed to happen just because there isn't a male lead. It's just too brutal, said by Na Kang Lim. Within a span of a second, a phenomenon just happened. The teacher right in front of his face repressing her anger, telling Na Kang Lim to go to the guidance office right after class. He was confused on how he was reliving the same morning, as if he went back through time. The same situation happened just like the morning before. A transfer student named Yu Da-hee was introducing herself in class, with Na Kang-lim knowing that he just really went back in time. Will he be able to do something to prevent Yu Da-hee's death?
Thanks for staying in tune with our manga recap. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for more updates from our content.